Today it is a battle of the Olympians. Hi, I'm Gabby and welcome back to another edition of the Fragrantician, where we talk about nothing but fragrance, mostly designer brands. So if you'd like to know me, then get to know me. So today we are talking about a battle of the Olympians, Olympia, the original, versus Olympia aqua legere. So let's talk about the original first. So this is the original here. So this is Olympia. This is a 50 ml I have here, and this I do believe was launched in 2015 and is classified as an oriental floral fragrance. I'm just reading on my screen here. It was launched in 2015 and it was created by Loc Dong, now that's a name for you, and Filippo and Dominique Ropion. So you've got a very famous perfumer there. Even Anne Filippo is another famous perfumer. So let's go through the notes, shall we, and see what this has. Right, so we have in the heart, or should I say in the top notes, we have water jasmine, green mandarin and ginger flower. So water jasmine, there we go. In the heart of the fragrance, this is where it kind of shines a little bit. You have the salt and the vanilla, and then as it dries down, you've got the cashmeran wood, the ambergris and the sandalwood. Ambergris, that's an interesting note as well. But I probably would say, I always say about the stars. The stars are the jasmine, the salt, a little bit of the vanilla and the ginger flower as well. Now let's spray this. Nice sprayer. Now I'm going to tell you a little story about this. It was not a love at first sniff for me. Yes, I know. It was only very recently it grew on me and I had a little bit of a hallelujah moment. Now when I first smelt this, it must have been when it was first launched, because it must have been about 5 years ago, and I didn't like it. And I was in actually quite a bad place in my life, I think, looking back on it now. Long story short, had to go and see the doctor and everything. And I think I wasn't really, because I was at a stage in my life where I wasn't really enjoying things and appreciating things. This fragrance, I kind of judged it too early. And it's only really in the last few months, I'd probably say the last 6 months, in my work and everything, and smelling this fragrance, it kind of dawned on me that I actually do like it. Now our noses can change, I know they can, and I think now I appreciate, I've got a little itchy nose like we all have, I appreciate the salt, because I think I had a little bit of an issue with salt, and I didn't really know what the note was, and I couldn't really fathom it. And then as you dissect the notes down, you kind of, as you break it down, you have a bit of a hallelujah moment. Well, I did, and a bit of an aha moment. The jasmine, I would say, is there. It's kind of like dancing there, backwards and forwards. It comes out to play and goes back, and then it comes out to play and goes back. So it's really nice in that. But the salt, combined with that salt and that vanilla as it dries down into the trail, it's beautiful. It's changed my mind, and I never thought this fragrance would change my mind. So I have a lot to thank for Paco Rabanne and Olympia, because I used to actually judge Paco Rabanne fragrances a lot, apart from my beloved Black Excess. And I kind of wrote it off. But no, I cannot write this fragrance off. This fragrance is an all year round fragrance. You can wear this spring, summer, autumn and winter. I think it's absolutely beautiful in the autumn, and it's absolutely beautiful in the spring. I would say even in cold weather, I think you could wear this off because of that ginger in there. And again, you see, I couldn't really appreciate the ginger, but it wasn't really until, as I say, a few months back that I could smell the ginger, but with the salt and the jasmine. I don't know. Maybe my nose has changed, but it is salty, and who doesn't like a little bit of, salt? But I would say, picture this, if you're walking along a coastal seafront and that water does come up and it hits the side, you get a little bit of that smell with the salt, and they've put that fantasy note in here beautifully. They really, really have. Now, this is obviously the OG. Let's move on to a flanker. Now, this flanker, I did really like at first sniff, and I don't know what it was in it. So let's just have a read through it first. So, Olympia Aqua du Parfum Legere, Legere, I should say, by Paco Rabanne, is a floral aquatic fragrance. So it's that more aquatic. It was launched in 2018, and it was created by, again, Loc Dong, Fanny Bal, what a name. So Dominique Ropion didn't collaborate in this as he did in the first one. So let's go through the notes, shall we? So the notes, in the top you have clementine and you have lemon blossom. Then in the heart you have that jasmine, you have some solar notes, water lily, which gives it more of an aquatic feel as well. And then in the base, as it dries down in the trail, you've got the salt, the vanilla and the ambergris again. Now, I would actually liken this a little bit to Womanity, but not a lot. Maybe it has a salty vibe to it. So let's spray it. The bottles are a work of art, I do have to say. Work of art, they really are. So, that clementine with the jasmine is absolutely stunning. It's astonishing, actually. I really, really love it. I really do love it. That's why I've probably got a bigger bottle. Now, this will shine in spring and summer for sure. This, you could wear all year round. This is a spring and summer fragrance. Again, with that salt. I don't detect too much vanilla. Now, I detect more of the clementine, the jasmine and the salt. And a little bit of the ambergris in there. It has some brightness to it. Maybe that's coming through from the solar notes. But that brightness, I'm going to spray this actually on my hand. That brightness, as I say, comes through those solar notes. But it's the citrus, the vanilla, the saltiness, the white floral, semi-sweet. I love that fruit of the clementine. You know when you bite into a clementine and the juice just is sharp and it's inviting, but it's lovely. This is what it is. And then that salt dances around into it, and it's a salty sweetness. They are both salty sweet fragrances. Paco Rabanne really, really nailed it, and now I can truly appreciate what these fragrances are. I really can. My fragrance journey is really going to another level, and I know it's just a designer brand to some people, but I can really appreciate the level of ingredients, the level of expertise that really has gone into these fragrances, the level of thoughtfulness I think that's gone into these fragrances, and I love it. I love Paco Rabanne. Paco Rabanne seems to get a bad mix and hit on YouTube. As it's starting to dry down, that jasmine is beautiful, and a little bit of the water lily as well. So it is quite aquatic. You do have to like those aquatic florals. It's like you're dipping your toes into that pond or to that river. You're dipping your toes on a nice spring or summer warm day, eating an ice cream, and you get that citric note, those florals and the saltiness. It's stunning. Both of these are. This has slightly more ginger, I would say, whereas this has got the ginger omitted from it, so this doesn't have it in here. And I would say probably this one I say you can wear spring, summer. This one you can wear definitely all year round, the original Olympia. So which one would you be? Would you be both, or would you be neither, or would you be one or the other? I'm not sure if this has been discontinued, because you can still get it on websites. I will link it down below, where my husband bought this for me. Well, my husband bought both of them for me, but I will give links down below where you can get these fragrances from. But that aqua legere, absolutely lovely. I am going to spray a little bit of the original just on this hand here. Really nice sprayers on here, really nice sprayers. They distribute quite evenly, I would say, as well. So yeah, in that original you get the ginger, you get the salt, you get the jasmine. It's got none of that. Hasn't got as much brightness as the legere has. It's a little bit deeper, a little bit deeper. Now let's go into performance. They both perform really well on my skin, I have to say. I probably would say the original performs a little bit more better than the aqua legere, but I have a bigger bottle here, so I can overspray quite a lot if I want to. And I would say the sillage and the projection is at arm's length easily for the first 2 hours, and then you've got a nice little scent bubble, as I call it. So they are quite good performing fragrances. They really are. So if you're looking for a good performing fragrance all year round, then go for the original. And if you're looking for a spring and summer one, go for the aqua legere. What do you think? Do you like them? Do you not like them? Comment down below. I like to see your comments. But till the next time, don't just dab it on, but slap it on. Ciao for now. Ciao for now.